To start off this Valentine's Day tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Strawberry Milk. I'm applying a generous coat of this all over my lid and a little bit above, and I'm going to blend it out with my Micro Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and I'm going to use this just to highlight my inner corner of my lid and as well as my brow bone area. Now I'll be taking a pink color and just adding this into my crease and making sure that I'm blending this all over as a good transitional shade. I'm blending this pretty high up to meet the color that we applied before from the Alchemist palette, just so that way they blend nicely together. Now I'm going to be dipping into one of my favorite palettes, and I'm going to be using the color Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance. With a flat shader brush, you're going to want to apply this in a packing motion, just so that way you avoid any kind of fallout. Once there's no color left on my brush, that's when I'm going to go ahead and help with the blending process by rubbing it into the crease area. And after that, I'm going to take my blending brush and just make sure that it's all blended perfectly together. Throughout the blending process, you might lose a bit of pigmentation, so that's when you can go back in and add a bit more color. I'm adding a bit more pigmentation to the inner and outer corner of my lid, just so that way we can create a bit more of a halo eye. Again, we want to make sure that that's well blended, so just go ahead and blend that out. Dipping back into my Alchemist palette, I'm going to be taking my ring finger and just sweeping over the pink opal color again, and I'm going to be patting that onto the center of my lid to create that halo eye. Now for the liner, I'm actually going to be using one of Kat Von D's Everlasting liquid lipsticks in the color Mother, and I'm applying this with a small liner brush. So for my lashes, I took an older pair of my Kiss lashes that I was ready to part with, and I just coated them quite heavily in the hot pink color from the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I first coated them using an older paintbrush, and then I actually went in with a spoolie as well, and again when I put the lashes on my eyes, I went over it a third time with the spoolie and some more of that hot pink color. Taking that transitional pink shade, I'm just going to be applying that with a small blending brush in my lower lash line area. Now I'm really just going to make sure that they're connected to the outer wing as well. Now taking one of my favorite concealers, I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Chantilly, just to clean up that lower lash line area if there was any kind of fallout or anything. Adding a bit more of that hot pink color from the Flash palette to my lower lashes just for some finishing touches. I'm just going back in to intensify my inner corner highlight as well as my brow bone highlight with the Alchemist palette. And I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup tonight using my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. For my lips, I actually wanted to keep it pretty simple since the eyes are so dramatic, so I went in with that jumbo pencil on my lips as well, and I topped it off using a Lise Watier gloss. Step 1 is done, so now we're going to see what it looks like when I put my war paint on, aka blood. I wish somebody looked at me the way I look at my fake blood. So sad. JK, JK. Alright, so here's a little disclaimer. This blood here is not safe for the mouth or for the eyes. So here's where you have to be careful. And don't get this in your eye. If you don't have steady hands, maybe ask somebody to do it for you, or maybe close your eye while you're doing this. This just sounds like a really bad idea. Anyway, just be careful if you're going to be doing this. If you also tilt your head in the direction that you want the blood to kind of flow down, that will also help making sure that it won't go like into your eye area. So there you have it, my bloody Valentine. Alright you guys, so this is the finished look. I kind of winged this look. I was thinking at first I wanted to do like pink eyebrows with a pink liner, but I had so many pinks going on at my eyes that I just decided to keep my brows a natural color, and I decided to add a little bit of blood for like my bloody Valentine kind of look. So you can always just like skip the blood part and just do the eye and lip look that I did. And I'd love to see how you guys recreate this look, and if you do, don't forget to tag me. It's at the Beauty Goon, so I'll put that in the down bar. All my social medias are always listed there, so don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys soon.